Eriel Sánchez was born on January 7, 1985, in the small but baseball-rich town of Cienfuegos, Cuba. From a young age, it was clear that Sánchez had a natural affinity for the sport of baseball, which has long been a central part of Cuban culture. Raised in a family with a deep appreciation for the game, he was encouraged to play by his parents, who were both passionate about sports. His father, a former baseball player, was particularly influential in introducing Eriel to the game, and soon his son's talents began to emerge. Sánchez's early years in baseball were marked by his prodigious skill and athleticism. He began playing organized baseball at the age of 6, quickly becoming known for his speed, strong arm, and knack for fielding. As a young player, he honed his abilities in the local leagues and at the Escuela Provincial de Iniciación Deportiva, provincial sports school, where many of Cuba's top young athletes trained. By the time he was in his teenage years, Sánchez had already attracted the attention of scouts from the Cuban National Baseball Series. His incredible work ethic and competitive drive set him apart, and it wasn't long before he was called up to represent Cuba at the youth level. Playing for the Cuban youth national team, Sánchez earned accolades for his skill and leadership, leading the team to various international tournaments. Professional career and rise to prominence. At the age of 17, Sánchez made his debut for Cienfuegos in the Cuban National Series, the top level of professional baseball in Cuba. Initially, he played as an outfielder, showing excellent defensive skills and an ability to hit for average. His solid performances in his first few seasons helped establish him as one of the most promising young talents in Cuban baseball. Over the next few years, Sánchez's offensive game began to flourish, and his fielding remained stellar, making him a key player on his team. By 2004, Sánchez had become a regular starter for Cienfuegos, establishing himself as one of the league's top young players. His combination of speed, hitting ability, and defensive prowess made him a standout in the league, and he quickly became one of the most respected outfielders in Cuba. His batting improved significantly, and his ability to drive in runs and hit for power made him a well-rounded offensive player. In 2006, Sánchez was called up to the Cuban national team for the first time. He played a crucial role in the team's success, representing Cuba in international competitions such as the Baseball World Cup and the Pan American Games. His time with the national team showcased his skill on the world stage, and he quickly earned recognition as one of the best outfielders in Cuba. His success in the Cuban National Series and with the national team propelled Sánchez into the international spotlight. Known for his exceptional speed and defensive ability, he was also a dangerous hitter with the ability to make clutch plays in critical moments. As a result, he became one of the most sought-after players in the country, and his name was frequently mentioned in conversations about the future of Cuban baseball. Career peak and main achievements. Sánchez's career peak came in the mid to late 2000s, when he established himself as a dominant force in Cuban baseball and earned widespread recognition for his performance in both domestic and international tournaments. In 2007, Sánchez led Cienfuegos to a successful season in the Cuban National Series, finishing with impressive stats in both batting average and home runs. His power and consistency at the plate, combined with his elite defensive abilities in the outfield, earned him the title of one of Cuba's top players. His reputation was bolstered by his leadership on the field, and he was named to multiple All-Star teams during his career. Sánchez's defense was particularly noted for his quick reflexes and strong arm, often making crucial assists from the outfield to prevent runs. Internationally, Sánchez continued to make his mark. In 2009, he was part of the Cuban national team that competed in the World Baseball Classic, WBC, where he helped Cuba secure a strong finish in the prestigious tournament. Sánchez's contributions in the WBC further solidified his standing as one of the most talented players in international baseball, showcasing his versatility and ability to compete at the highest level. His performance in international tournaments earned him praise from baseball enthusiasts and coaches around the world. During this period, Sánchez was also named the Most Valuable Player, MVP, of the Cuban National Series in 2008 and 2010, a testament to his continued excellence in the league. His batting average during these seasons remained consistently high, and he became a feared presence at the plate. Known for his ability to hit in clutch situations, Sánchez drove in important runs and helped his team in critical games. His consistency made him one of the top hitters in the league for several years running. Sánchez was not just known for his offensive abilities but also for his leadership both on and off the field. His role as a mentor to younger players helped cultivate the next generation of Cuban baseball talent. His approach to the game, characterized by discipline, determination, and passion, was widely respected, and he became a role model for aspiring baseball players in Cuba. Final years and retirement. After a stellar career in the Cuban National Series and on the international stage, Eriel Sánchez began to experience the natural decline that comes with age. As he entered his early 30s, he faced increased competition from younger players, and his performance began to wane slightly. While his batting average remained respectable, his defensive range and speed started to diminish. In 2013, after several years of playing at the top level, Sánchez decided to retire from competitive baseball. His decision was influenced by a combination of physical challenges and his desire to leave the game at a time when he could still be remembered as one of the best. His retirement marked the end of an era for Cienfuegos and Cuban baseball, as Sánchez had been a central figure for the team and the national squad for over a decade. Though his playing career had ended, Sánchez remained involved in the sport, serving as a coach and mentor for younger players. He returned to his roots in Cienfuegos, where he worked with the youth teams, helping to develop future generations of baseball players. His insight and experience were invaluable to the next crop of athletes, as he shared his knowledge of the game and his passion for baseball. In 2015, Sánchez was inducted into the Cuban Baseball Hall of Fame, recognizing his contributions to the sport and his legacy as one of the top players of his generation. His induction was a fitting tribute to a player who had represented Cuba on the world stage and brought pride to his country with his exceptional skills and dedication to the game. Legacy and conclusion. Eriel Sánchez left an indelible mark on the world of Cuban baseball. Known for his versatility, powerful bat, and outstanding defensive skills, he was a key figure in both the Cuban National Series and the Cuban national team. His combination of speed, power, and leadership made him one of the most respected players in Cuban baseball history. Over the course of his career, Sánchez earned numerous accolades, including multiple MVP awards, All-Star selections, and recognition as one of the top players in the Cuban National Series. He played a pivotal role in Cuba's success in international competitions, including the World Baseball Classic and the Baseball World Cup, further solidifying his reputation as one of the finest players to ever represent his country. While his playing days are over, Eriel Sánchez's legacy endures in the hearts of baseball fans, particularly in Cuba, where his impact on the sport continues to be felt. Through his coaching and mentorship, he has influenced countless young athletes, passing on his knowledge and passion for the game. Sánchez's story serves as an inspiration to aspiring baseball players, demonstrating the power of dedication, hard work, and love for the sport. Eriel Sánchez's contributions to Cuban baseball, both on and off the field, will forever be remembered as a cornerstone of the country's rich baseball history.